What's going on, guys? My name's Kyle Bradshaw and welcome to MotoCity. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Motoz Monday here at the shop. Today we're looking at the Motoz Tractionator RallZ tire. We have the Desert HT for a 90% off-road tire. We have the RallZ tire for an 80% off-road tire. We have the Adventure tire for a 70% off-road tire. And then we have the Tractionator GPS, which is a 50/50 tire. Now, I really dislike that percentage rating when it comes to these tires because these tires can truly ride 100% off-road and 100% on-road.
Here we go.
They do a phenomenal job at both places. Putting an 80/20 tire, or a tire that's mostly street-oriented with just a little tiny bit of off-road orientation onto your adventure motorcycle, I think is a sin. When you actually get off-road and get to where you want to go explore something that you may not have planned on exploring is a key to enjoying that experience.
So the other two members of our group that came to White Mountain just went up that road right there to the top of the saddle. It's time to go join them. And rocks, and rocks. What a beautiful sight, gentlemen.
Having the best traction possible, I think, is a key to enjoying that experience. So let's talk a little bit about the RallZ tire here and how it differs from the Adventure tire, which we're going to talk about next week, and how it performs better on-road than the Desert HT that we talked about last week. Now again, we're going to be covering each of these different tires every Monday here for the next several weeks, so stay tuned if you want to get into the downright details of each of the different tires in the Motoz lineup.
Now my buddy Matt up there is running the Motoz Tractionator RallZ tire, or RallZ tire, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Both of these tires have been epic on this adventure. White Rim Road was amazing, tons of traction, and never had any issues at all whatsoever. And then to be able to hammer these twisties like a sport bike, it's mind-boggling. These tires just hang in there and do it.
So I've been riding the Motoz tires on my adventure bikes since 2010 or 11 when I was introduced to the Desert HT. The next tire that came into the lineup was the Tractionator Adventure tire. This tire came out and completely changed the whole tire scene as far as adventure motorcycles go. We're looking at 6,000 miles out of an adventure tire that performs as good, if not better, than a Continental TKC80. It's mind-boggling. Anyway, this tire was out for several years, and then guys were like, okay, I want something that's even dirtier than this tire, but I want it to be more street-oriented than the Desert HT. The Desert HT is super, super loud. It's like running a mud tire on your pickup truck. And it's a little bit, vibrational when you slow down. And that's where the RallZ tire comes into play. This tire has softer compound than that of the Desert HT. It also has silica built into it, so it's better in wet weather type situations. Now let's take some tools here and bust this out and take a look and see what we have here. Here on the RallZ tire, we're looking at right around 74 on the durometer reading. And as far as tread depth goes, we're looking like we have a tread depth of right around 16/32 or 13 millimeters of tread depth for the rear. Now looking here at the front, go ahead and put the durometer reader down here. We're looking right around that 74 range in the durometer. And as far as tread depth goes, we're looking right around 13 millimeters or 12/32 of an inch. And because the gaps between the tire aren't quite as big and the actual blocks are larger, it's quieter on the highway, it's a little bit more stable, and it just does a great job when pounding out lots of miles down the highway. Now, one of the big keys to this RallZ tire is the fact that Motoz developed this tire so you don't have to change your tire pressure when going from on-road to off-road. Now, I run this tire right around 30 PSI. Everywhere that I go, I get lots of longevity and I get great performance when I go off-road. Now, that having been said, if I'm gonna run super deep sand all day long, I will drop the pressure down a little bit.
Nice. Digging.
Or if I'm gonna be on the highway going several hundred miles just blasting down the highway, I will put a little bit more air in these tires so that they handle that type of situation just a little bit better. But for overall everyday riding, jumping on and off trails, 30 PSI on this tire here is a really good tire pressure that I found to work well in lots of different situations. Again, this tire was based on the Tractionator Adventure tire, but with a more off-road aggressive tread pattern for better traction in all weather extremes. Original Adventure tire was a big block, small block, big block. There wasn't any variation side to side. On the Rally tire, what they wanted to do was provide a little bit more variation so that each lug will be able to hit a different piece of terrain as it comes around. Another tread pattern difference that you're going to notice is you had the 2 large blocks and 1 smaller block here on the side. Now all 3 of these blocks are tied together, which gives this tire great stability on road. They brought this distance here together a little bit. They then created a tie between each of those blocks, which makes this block essentially feel like a solid piece of rubber at its base, while the top with these large sipes in the center give it room to move around on the road to give you that perfect traction. When it comes to the front tires of the RallZ and the Desert HT, those wear out quite a bit quicker. I found that when I ran these 2 tires, my front tire was worn out just about the same pace as the rear tire.
These Motoz Rally tires are phenomenal, and if you're looking for an amazing tire that's going to give you superior traction in all terrains, I highly recommend you go with the Rally tire from Motoz.
Anyway, we have all of these tires available for sale here at MotoCityParts.com. We have free shipping on them currently, so make sure you take a look at that. And as you can see, we have stock on hand and we are ready to serve you. I'm Kyle Bradshaw from MotoCity. Thank you guys for watching.